Nestled at the edge of a vast, ancient forest lay the village of Oakhaven. Its inhabitants lived simple lives, their days filled with the rhythms of nature. The forest provided for them, offering food, shelter, and a sense of peace. But at the heart of this tranquil existence lay a whisper, a legend passed down through generations. It spoke of the Whispering Pines, a place of magic deep within the forest, a place where the trees themselves whispered secrets to those who listened. The villagers spoke of the pines with reverence and fear. They believed the forest held a power that could heal the sick and grant wishes, yet few dared to venture into its depths. The forest was a living, breathing entity, its paths ever shifting. Only the bravest souls dared to seek its wisdom. But for all its magic, the forest was also a place of shadows. Stories circulated of those who entered the pines and were never seen again, lost to its mysteries. And so the villagers lived in a delicate balance with the forest, respecting its power while keeping a safe distance, until the day Lena's mother fell ill. Lena was a young woman with eyes as blue as the summer sky and hair as dark as the raven's wing. She possessed a spirit as wild and untamed as the forest itself. Her mother, Elara, was known throughout the village for her kindness and wisdom. They shared a bond as strong as the roots of the ancient oaks that surrounded their home. Lena spent her days learning the ways of the forest from Elara. Elara taught her the language of the birds, the healing properties of herbs, and the secrets hidden within the rustling leaves. Lena cherished these moments, her heart filled with love for her mother and the world around her. Their days were filled with laughter, stories, and the warmth of their shared love for nature. But their idyllic life was about to change. A shadow loomed on the horizon, threatening to shatter their peaceful existence. One crisp autumn evening, as the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across Oakhaven, Elara fell gravely ill. A cough racked her body, and her usually vibrant eyes grew dim. Fear gripped Lena's heart like a vice. She watched helplessly as her mother, her anchor in the world, grew weaker with each passing day. The village healer, old Agnes, did what she could. She brewed potent remedies from herbs gathered under the light of the full moon. But nothing seemed to ease Elara's suffering. Days turned into nights, and still Elara lay in her bed, her life force slowly ebbing away. Desperation gnawed at Lena's soul. She refused to accept that her mother, her protector and guide, could be taken from her. She knew of only one hope, one place where a cure might be found: the Whispering Pines. Despite the fear that gnawed at her, Lena resolved to venture into the forest. She knew the risks, the stories of those who had entered and never returned, but her love for her mother outweighed any danger. She gathered her courage, whispered a prayer to the ancient trees, and stepped into the unknown. The forest welcomed her with an unsettling silence. The air grew heavy with the scent of pine needles and damp earth. Sunlight struggled to penetrate the dense canopy, casting long, eerie shadows that danced around her. Lena pressed on, her heart pounding in her chest. As she ventured deeper, the trees seemed to close in around her, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The silence was broken only by the sound of her own breath and the soft rustle of leaves beneath her feet. The whispers had begun. Section 5. The Forest Speaks. At first the whispers were faint, like the wind sighing through the trees. But as Lena journeyed deeper into the heart of the pines, they grew stronger, clearer. They swirled around her, carrying fragments of forgotten stories and secrets, whispered upon the wind. Fear threatened to consume her, but Lena pressed on. She knew that somewhere within this labyrinth of trees lay the answer to her prayers. The whispers guided her, urging her forward, deeper into the embrace of the forest. Then, in a clearing bathed in an ethereal light, she saw him, the guardian of the forest. Section 6. The Guardian's Challenge. He stood tall and proud, his form shifting like smoke and shadow. His eyes, as green as moss, held the wisdom of 1,000 lifetimes. He was the embodiment of the forest, ancient and powerful. Terror threatened to overwhelm Lena, but she stood her ground, her love for her mother fueling her courage. You seek to harness the power of the whispering pines, the Guardian boomed, his voice echoing through the clearing. But the forest's magic comes at a price. Are you willing to pay it, child? Lena didn't hesitate. Anything, she breathed, her voice trembling with both fear and determination. The Guardian nodded, a slow, deliberate movement. To save your mother, you must prove your worth. Find the tree of life, deep within the heart of these woods. Its sap holds the power to heal even the deepest wounds. The Guardian vanished, leaving Lena alone once more. But now she had a purpose, a destination. She searched for days, guided by the whispers of the forest and the faintest glimmer of hope that bloomed within her chest. The forest tested her, challenging her with treacherous paths and illusions that threatened to lead her astray. But Lena persevered. Finally, as the sun began its final descent, casting long shadows across the forest floor, she found it. The tree of life stood bathed in a golden light, its branches reaching towards the heavens like arms in prayer. Its leaves shimmered with an otherworldly glow, and a sense of peace emanated from its ancient bark. As Lena approached the tree, she felt a profound connection to the forest, a sense of belonging she had never known before. It was as if the forest itself had opened its arms to her, welcoming her into its embrace. With reverence, Lena collected a vial of the tree's life-giving sap. As she did, she felt a surge of energy flow through her, filling her with a sense of peace and purpose. She knew in her heart that this was no ordinary cure. It was a gift, a testament to the profound connection between humans and nature. She raced back through the forest, her heart pounding with a mixture of hope and fear. The whispers followed her, urging her onward, their tone shifting from eerie warnings to encouragements whispered on the wind. She emerged from the forest's embrace, blinking in the sudden brightness of the outside world. When she arrived at her mother's bedside, Ilara lay still and pale. But as Lena administered the sap, a spark ignited in her mother's eyes. Colour returned to her cheeks, and her breath, once shallow and ragged, deepened. Ilara's recovery was swift and complete. The village rejoiced, celebrating Lena's courage and the forest's mercy. But Lena knew that her journey had changed her. She was no longer just a villager. She was a protector, a bridge between the world of humans and the magic of the whispering pines. The Guardian appeared to her once more, his form shifting like the rustling leaves. "You have proven your worth, Lena," he said, his voice a deep rumble that resonated in her very soul. "You have shown courage, compassion, and a deep respect for the balance of all things. You are now the keeper of the forest, tasked with safeguarding its secrets and sharing its wisdom." Lena accepted her responsibility with a heart full of gratitude and determination. She knew that her life would never be the same, but she embraced her destiny, ready to protect the forest that had given her so much. From that day forward, a new era of understanding blossomed between the village of Oakhaven and the Whispering Pines. Lena became a conduit between the two worlds, sharing the forest's wisdom and ensuring its protection. She taught the villagers about the delicate balance of nature and the importance of respecting the ancient magic that flowed through the trees. Under Lena's watchful eye, the whispers of the forest no longer held fear, but whispered tales of hope and healing. The village prospered, its inhabitants living in harmony with the natural world around them, and Lena, the girl who had once braved the forest's depths to save her mother, became a symbol of courage, compassion, and the enduring power of love. The whispering pines, once feared, became a source of solace and strength for all who approached with open hearts and a willingness to listen to its ancient wisdom. And so, the legend of the girl who befriended the forest was passed down through generations. A tale whispered on the wind, a reminder of the profound connection between humanity and the natural world.